Hello, welcome back to American English Podcast channel. In this episode, we are going to talk about something very simple, but extremely important for your speaking: how to stop saying I don't know and what you can say instead to sound more confident, more natural, and more fluent in English. Before we start, let me ask you a quick question. How many times a day do you say I don't know? Probably a lot. And that's okay, everyone does it. But here's the truth: when you repeat the same phrase again and again, you sound less confident, less fluent, and sometimes even uninterested. Native speakers don't use only one phrase for everything. They have many natural alternatives that show emotion, personality, and clear communication. So today, we are going to learn what to say instead of I don't know in real-life situations. Let's begin. 1. When you truly don't know the answer. Sometimes you really don't know something. And that's completely fine. But instead of using the same old sentence, try these natural alternatives. I'm not sure. This is a very soft and polite way to say you don't know. It sounds more thoughtful. Another phrase is, I have no idea. This one is casual and common among friends. If you want something even simpler and friendly, say, I'm not certain about that. These phrases show that you are thinking, not just answering quickly. 2. When you need more time to think. Sometimes you actually do know, but you need a few seconds to find the right words in English. In this situation, instead of panicking and saying I don't know, try one of these. Let me think. This gives you a moment to organize your thoughts. Or you can say, give me a second. Native speakers use this all the time. Another option is, I need to think about that. This is more polite and works in formal situations too. These sentences show confidence and keep the conversation going. 3. When you are unsure, but you want to guess. Imagine someone asks you, why is the sky more orange today? You don't know exactly, but you can guess. Instead of saying I don't know, try. Maybe it's because of the weather. This shows you are thinking and giving an idea. Or, I'm not sure, but I think it might be pollution. This is a friendly and natural answer. Another phrase is, I'm not completely sure, but maybe. Native speakers guess like this all the time. 4. When you know nothing about the topic. Sometimes someone asks about a topic you have zero information about. For example, what do you think about quantum physics? Instead of saying I don't know, try a more natural expression. I'm not familiar with that. This is polite and educated. Or, that's not really my area. This sounds very natural and confident. You can also say, I don't know much about that topic. Simple, friendly, and honest. Using these phrases makes you sound more fluent because you express how much you know, not just that you don't know. 5. When you want someone else to answer. Maybe you don't know the answer but someone else does. Instead of saying I don't know, try. You should ask him. Or, she knows more about this than me. Another common phrase is, I'm not the best person to ask. This is polite and used a lot by native speakers. These sentences help guide the conversation naturally. 6. When you want to avoid the question politely. Sometimes you don't want to answer. Maybe the question is personal, uncomfortable, or private. Instead of saying I don't know, use something softer. I'm not sure how to answer that. This is polite and creates distance. Another option is, I prefer not to say. Short and clear. Or you can simply say, it's a bit complicated. This gives you space without sounding rude. 7. When you're learning English. Sometimes you understand the question but don't know how to say your answer in English. Don't say I don't know. Instead say, I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it in English. This shows that you understand, and you're learning. Another great phrase is, can you help me with the right word? Native speakers love helping. Or, I don't know the vocabulary for this. This is honest and helpful. These sentences are amazing for learners because they keep the conversation alive. 8. When the question is confusing. Sometimes we don't know the answer because we don't understand the question. Instead of saying I don't know, say, I'm not sure what you mean. This is very common. Another phrase is, can you explain that again? This shows that you are interested and engaged. Or, do you mean? Then repeat their idea. This helps you avoid confusion and makes communication clearer. 9. When you want to sound confident. Repeating I don't know makes you sound unsure. Using alternatives makes you sound confident and open. Here are natural phrases that show confidence. I'll find out. This is strong and proactive. Another powerful one is, let me check. Short and useful. You can also say, I can look into it. Very common in workplaces. These phrases show responsibility and leadership. 10. When you want to end the conversation politely. Sometimes you don't know and don't want to continue the topic. Instead of saying I don't know, try, I'm not sure, but let's talk about something else. Friendly and smooth. Or, I don't really have information about that. Neutral and polite. Another one is, maybe we can talk about this later. This moves the topic naturally. Putting it all together. Now imagine these two conversations. Conversation 1, weak English. What do you think about this idea? I don't know. Why is the sky orange today? I don't know. Do you understand the question? I don't know. Conversation 2, natural English. What do you think about this idea? I'm not sure, but maybe it's a good start. Why is the sky orange today? I'm not completely sure, but maybe it's the weather. Do you understand the question? I'm not sure what you mean. Can you explain it again? The second conversation sounds confident, natural, friendly, and much more fluent, even though the English level is still simple. Conclusion. So remember, English is not only about grammar. It's also about communication, confidence, and connection. By replacing I don't know with smarter and more natural expressions, you instantly sound more fluent, even if your English level is A1 or B1. Small changes create big results. Practice these phrases in your daily life, and you'll notice a huge difference in how people understand you, respond to you, and communicate with you. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Stay with us for more simple, useful, and powerful English lessons. See you in the next one.